Hi everyone, Lisa here, and welcome to What's Up Wednesday. And I know it's been a long time since you've heard me do What's Up Wednesday, but my voice is still a little scratchy, but definitely quite a bit better. So I've already pre-gessoed my page, and I took a note from, I think it's Diane Waverly. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, but anyway, she was just on CHA. She has a new mixed media line out. Anyway, she says she uses a palette knife to put her gesso on, and she says it uses quite a bit less. So I tried that today, and I would say it definitely adds quite a bit of texture to the page, which she said it also does as well. And there is some brown on here because I had re-inker on here. So anyway, so yeah, I added the gesso. Then what I was actually thinking is, like, I have tons of alphabets here, and I was like, you know what, I want to try to like use these up somehow. So I'm just gonna take some this is some fluid matte medium, and I'm just gonna kind of like glue these down in random places. And then I think I'm going to gesso over top. So I'm going to just kind of go for it, and hopefully it's not too bad of a mess. So hang tight.
Okay, so here you can see me adding the gesso with, or not the gesso, the fluid matte medium with the palette knife. And it just kind of, it works a little bit better, and then that way when you use your paintbrush it doesn't gum it all up and make it super hard, which I've been ruining tons of paintbrushes this way. So I just decided I was going to try using the palette knife. And then here I'm just taking random letters and just pasting them down into the fluid medium. That way they kind of stick a little better. And I kind of wish I made them a little bit more sporadic towards the top, but that's okay. I guess I'll just remember that for next time. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some gesso, and I kind of wish I had like the heavy gesso that way, because I've seen Donna Downey, she did a technique with flowers on her journal page, and she used like a heavy gesso, and it just kind of made it look like the flowers were embedded into the journal. So that was kind of the look that I was going for. So I just used a heavy amount of the gesso. That's why I kind of wish I had the heavy, because it took forever to dry. So you're going to see me fast forward here.
Okay, so you could see I added a lot of gesso, and it kind of looks like the letters are coming out of the gesso. So I really like that part. I'm not too keen on these red ones here, but we'll hopefully try and like mask some of the color. So I was at Michael's today, and they had buy one get one paint. So I thought I would try it, and these are Grumbacher, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's the Academy paint, and so these are the heavy acrylic paints. It just says, I'm just trying to see if it says anything, but basically I got the turquoise green and the dioxazine purple, whatever that word is. So I just thought I would like mess around with the coloring and stuff like that on here, and I might throw either this wild honey or the mustard seed in here just in case it needs a little brightening up, just because these colors are really quite dark. And the other thing is because these are heavy acrylic paints, you don't probably need very much because they are quite thick, and the distressed paint is quite a bit thinner. So what I'll probably do is just either fuss around with my fingers or brush it out, the paint with this, and then maybe baby wipe it or something like that. So anyway, we're going to just kind of get going and get into that. And look at that color. Look how fun that color is. So anyway, we will get going and see what we can come up with.
Okay, so here you can see me just doing blobs of that turquoise and the purple, and then I'm just using my fingers to just kind of blend the colors together and spread it around. And it just felt like it wasn't it wasn't as thin as I wanted it to be. So here I'm taking a baby wipe and I'm trying to like blend it out just a little bit, and that's where my mistake was. I probably should have used water just to kind of keep the color tones the same and just kind of blend it out, and it didn't work the way I wanted it to. And then when I used the baby wipe, some of the gesso wasn't completely dry, so that's where like some of the white is coming through. And then I tried using yellow and I didn't like the yellow. So here you can see me taking a baby wipe and I'm trying to remove as much of all of the color as I possibly can. It just kind of looked like a hot mess, and I honestly don't really care for how this page turned out, but I guess that's one of the things about art journals that's kind of nice, is it doesn't really matter if it doesn't turn out. It's just a journal. To turn the page and start over the next time. So here I used some wild honey, and that part I didn't really mind. I liked how it kind of brightened it up and gave a nice hue. So here I'm taking some of that turquoise paint and trying to bring it back in, and just drying it a little bit as I'm going along. And then I believe I come in with some more purple. Yeah, here. So I was going to try to like accent all of the letters here just to kind of make them pop out. But again, I didn't really care for that purple. I think the purple was a problem for me just because purple is not really a go-to color for me. It's just one of those colors I don't use very often, and I think that's why I had a hard time with this page, is because it's just not a color that I'm familiar with, I guess. So I let that dry for a little bit, and then you're gonna see me come in with some distress. This is the Picked Raspberry distress paint. And I'm just going to go over top of that purple and just kind of, it just tones it down, as well as just bring some pink hues back in. So you're going to see me kind of go over everything that I did with purple. And I liked how the pink worked over top of the yellow. It really made almost like a neon pink, so I really quite like that. And then this green paint is awesome. It's the Adirondack Citrus, I think it's called, citrus paint, and I just poured some out. It was in a paint dauber, but it's not like the distress paint. The paint daubers don't really work all that well. And then I just rubbed it around with my fingers. And this is some aqua paint. This is the Liquitex Basics paint, and I just kind of rubbed it around all over the place, and you know, just added some more aqua into it. It was looking like a really bright page, so I just kind of wanted to add a little bit of a cooler color to it. So here I wanted to make some water drips, and I tried using the distress paint and then getting it to drip, but it was just too thin. So here I'm taking the white paint up at the top, and then I'm just going to spritz it and then make it run. I kind of wish it was a little bit more opaque, but you know what? I don't have any white paint. Can you believe that? I have pearl paint. I have, or like white pearl paint. I have gesso. I have off-white. But do I have white? No. So that's definitely going to be on my list of things that I need to get. So here I got a Pitt pen the other day from Michaels, and so I'm just kind of rubbing it around and inking up the edges. And I just thought, rather than using some letters to write out my title, I was just going to handwrite it in. And then I was going to doodle, and I do doodle a little bit, but I don't like how it turned out. So this page turned out to be like a hot mess, but that's okay. And here I'm just kind of doodling some stars. And I think what I should have done is I just should have went on with the doodles, but I wasn't comfortable with my doodling, I guess, is what I was thinking. So I just left it. So here is the finished page, and oh, here I'm just going around with the Pitt marker again just to kind of darken some of the edges a little bit. So this is the finished page. Like it or love it. So thanks everybody for watching, and here are some of the close-up pictures, and please leave a comment below. And if you like videos like this, give this video a thumbs up, and I will keep continuing to do the art journal pages. So we will talk to you soon. Bye!